What's happening, Wrestling Nation? Coach Kennelly here, and today I'm going to do not a preview, but a recap of the NCWWC 2025 tournament sponsored by Wrestle Like a Girl, as well as many others. So I will give you a little bit of my experience, what the girls did, and just an overall review of the tournament. First off, it was awesome. The venue was Iowa City, Wrestletown, USA, so especially when the Hawkeyes were in the tournament, you couldn't ask for a better atmosphere. North Central and Iowa had by far the biggest crowds, but there was people representing a lot of the girls there. It was a little smaller than I was expecting, the Extreme Arena, but I hope as the women's wrestling grows, the fans continue to grow because there was a lot of great action on the mats that we'll start to get into now. So at 103, we had Olivia Shore. She was a senior out of Otterbein College in Ohio, and she was their first national champion as a program. It's a newer program, so she got it done. She won a national title somewhere with a different program, so it was cool to see her. She wanted to go back closer to home to get that, build up that program before she was done as her senior year. And she accomplished her goal. She had a hard-fought battle, 2-1, but got the day started, and we were ready to go. Sage Mortimer came up next. She's an undefeated girl, finished that way from Grand Valley State. She actually did a comeback in this match. She won 11-7. It was a back and forth battle. She got some big moves, stayed composed the whole time, and I was really impressed by the way she never was able to get flustered, stuck with her game plan, believed in herself, and got the job done. And she looked really great while she was doing it. She's in her junior year, so we'll be able to see her again. And she had a good interview afterwards as well. At 117 is one of my favorite wrestlers and families of the tournament, Sydney Petzinger from North Central Illinois. Now, she brought a good crowd with her. Her family was excited. They were cheering her on. She's in her senior year, so it was her last time here. She got a 10-6 win, and she had some great dance moves afterwards. They played Jump Around. She started jumping around. At each song they played, she knew the dance moves, went right into it. And when they got her on the mic afterwards, she said she blacked out. So she was just a very fun girl. She had a lot of fun, wrestled out of her mind. It was in the moment, and just had so much fun and personality there. That was great to see her and her family. I didn't even know her by the end. I felt like we were leaving as friends just because the heat that she brought to the arena and that family atmosphere that was with her. Next up was another North Central girl, one of the best wrestlers in the tournament, Amani Jones. She finished the year undefeated as well, 27-0. She won her match 5-0, so she didn't give up many points in this tournament, but there was a couple. And she's got goals to be on the world team, Olympic level stuff. I asked her if North Central was where she would train, and she said she still hasn't made up that choice because I know she said she did some work with Fretwell out in Georgia and gave him a lot of props too. And she's one of the few wrestlers from the South that are starting to build things, so maybe going back to the South would be an advantage to help build up those girls around here because North Central clearly has a good ecosystem where they could support more women. It might be nice to see her spread her wings, and she does want to make some money too, so hey, everybody get paid, dollar bills, y'all. At 131, we had Alexis Janiak from Aurora, Illinois. She got the title. She defeated a North Central girl, so they almost went 3 for 3. And the whole Iowa crowd was cheering AAU, AAU, because it was a good team battle between North Central and Iowa. North Central had the lower weight gals. Iowa had the higher weight girls, so North Central was trying to stack some points. Iowa clearly trying to shut them down. But it was a good battle there. She gutted out. She won it. Her coaching staff was the best dressed. They looked like they did a good job too. And yeah, just a really fun matchup there. And a girl to see. That was the first taste where you start to see that team race brewing a little bit, because when you went to sleep Friday, Saturday tournament, Friday night, North Central was in the lead. Iowa knew they had some heavy hitters coming, so it was fun to see that play out and good to see a competitive team race, which we might not see on the men's side. At 138, we had Katerina Lang from Grand Valley. She finished undefeated. She got a tech fall in the finals. I'm sure she looked great, but at this time I was honestly getting my positioning ready because I went there with Wisconsin Wrestle, and we had some Wisconsin girls coming up, so I wanted to be in position to get some good clips of Macy Kilty wrestling, her come out, all that stuff. So I missed most of this match, but I want to give shout-outs to that girl, shout-outs to the program. Grand Valley 2 Champs is awesome. I know they're a newer program, and it's good to see those Michigan girls go and try to build that up. And here's where the night started to get fun. 145 pounds, Macy Kilty, Stratford, Wisconsin, River Falls, Wisconsin, by way of Iowa, Wrestletown, USA now. So she had Bella Meir in the finals, a North Central girl who used to wrestle for Iowa. They played Bad Blood when it came out, so I know the coaches were not too thrilled about that. I could see that it was a surprise in there. Why do you got to play Bad Blood when Iowa wrestles North Central, but North Central embraced Bella. They were cheering her on. She was up for the task. I mean, she has a pedigree. She's been doing this forever. Frank Mir's daughter, UFC champion. So, and it got chippy. She was getting after Macy. Macy was getting after her. There was blood. There was injury times. There was stoppages. So I know Macy got frustrated, but she stuck to her game plan and she wrestled. Bella tried to turn it into a fight, and Macy, she's not here for the fight. She was there for the wrestling match and got it done. But it was very chippy, very competitive with the teams, and it was fun. And you could see both the girls. They had a little words afterwards, a little exchange. And Macy's a graduate, so it'll be the last time we see her. But I wouldn't be surprised to see those girls meet up again on some sort of Team USA thing, or maybe Flow or any type of card. Match those girls up. That would be a fun one if you sell some tickets for sure. And one of the things Macy said at the end was "respect my team," which made me see that Iowa welcomed her really fast. And she really took to that team right away. She loved practicing with the girls, talking to her. So that was a cool moment to see that she went all in on the Hawks. And I really seen that like kind of an old mentality, Gable style wrestle with Macy. It's good. So next up, one of the best wrestlers at the tournament, one of my favorite wrestlers, Kennedy Blades out of Iowa. She's undefeated sophomore, 23-0. She tech falled our way through the tournament, didn't allow any points. She's a woman of Christ. She's a model. She signed autographs. This girl can just do it all. I named my daughter after her, Iris Kennedy. And yeah, great, just as good as in person as you would see online. I had a great interview out with her. So if you have any little girls, I put you a little clip so far. I'll do the full one. Please encourage them to watch it. Great ambassador for the sport. Just great human being and phenomenal wrestler. Slide-bys were so slick. Everything she does, she makes it look so effortlessly, and it's just a different type of wrestler than I've seen with my eyes in person. There's only very few that if you spot it, you got it, and she got it for sure, and it was just such a pleasure to be up close, see all that going on from growing up in Chicago, hearing the rumors with her sisters, everything, and Izzy, the whole family. I love everything they have going on. I love everything they represent, and yeah, kudos to her, and keep going on that path because you got great things coming for you, I'm sure, and I'm glad I could be a small little moment in the time and share that with you as well. So congrats, Kennedy. Yeah, keep following Christ, keep wrestling, and whatever you do in life, I'm sure you'll be great at. Next up, everything I said about Kennedy can probably be said about Kylie. And Macy, and probably all the girls on this list, to be honest with you. But Kylie, she's one of the other reasons I went there. Wisconsin native, Franksville, Waterford, Wisconsin area, Burlington, all that little southeastern Wisconsin, I guess you can call it. So she goes to Iowa, 27-0, tech fault in the finals. Didn't give up any points as well. She's a sophomore as well as Kennedy. And I liked her interview. She said she was a girly girl. And so they show that it doesn't need to be, this butch, or you don't need to fit one type of stereotype to wrestle in the women, just like the men. Like there's buff dudes, skinny dudes like me, dudes with cauliflower ear, dudes with long hair, dudes with bald heads, all type of races, and always help me break barriers. So I appreciate that there can be butch girls, there can be, girly girls, and everywhere in between. They had their nails done some, and some didn't. And, everything that they want to do is fine, and I'm glad they had space for women's sports to compete against just women. It was all women's competition, so it felt like a very safe space for them, and I was glad to be included. I made sure to be very conscious to allow that I'm a guest in their space. I'm there to do media, cover, shine the light, and give them their story, but at the end of the day, they're the ones creating the story, so it was nice to see other girls take it as opposed to maybe an all-men's or a co-ed event, which was a lot of fun. But I actually missed her match because she tech faulted the girls so fastly. I was still interviewing Kennedy in the back, and all these girls signed. Kennedy, Macy, Kylie, and Coach Clarissa Chun signed a little singlet for my daughter, so I'm going to frame that. That's going to be your souvenir from the trip. So they were all great, personable ladies, signing other autographs for tons of fans too while they're trying to do their interviews, get to the podium, take championship photos. So just super appreciative of her time. Kylie's a rock star. Wisconsin's lucky to have her, and yeah, expect all of those girls I just mentioned to be fighting for, if not on the Olympic team, and bringing back medals for USA. Not even getting on the team is going to be one of the hardest parts, and then we expect them to medal once they do that. And then the heavyweight, Tristan Kelly, she's a junior. She won at 6-0 over Iowa, but I was so caught up doing the media with Kylie that I wasn't able to get out and see any of that match. And afterwards, the team race, Iowa won at 2:01. North Central had 181 points and finished runner-up. McKendree got 158.5 points for third. And Grand Valley had 129.5 points and finished fourth. So overall, it was great to see all the girls wrestle. It was cool to see the difference that a big Power 5 school, like when they introduced some girls after, were just me and them at USA Wrestling. And other girls, when the Hawks came, there was big lights, bright cameras. So it's cool to see that some of these colleges come with extra rewards as you go in and to bring it all encompassing to the sport. So great day for women's wrestling. Really good idea to do it on International Women's Day. Everybody worked together to set this up. I hope the NCWWC does a good job next year as all these combined groups done this year. So looking forward to watching, hoping to be in the house. Thank you for all the women that put on the line, the coaches that put them there, and the families that help get it out there, and the fans that help watch and support all the media so I can make this fun stuff for all of us. So thank you for watching. You can be anywhere in the world right now and watching women's wrestling breakdown. So it's peace and much love to you.